Good morning, everyone. I'm just doing a quick 5-minute once-over of my new Valiant Armoury Savoy Bastard sword. Starting with the colors, I've got a rust-colored grip, ox blood on the scabbard, and antique tan on the belt. I'll just bring it in for a close-up walk-by of these. The hilt is a very solid piece altogether. There's no play whatsoever. That's because it's peened, as well as having the cross welded to the blade shoulders, something Sonny did for me. That part was actually, I don't know if it's a regular thing or not with him. I didn't ask for it specifically. I did want it, but I forgot to mention it. He did provide it. Very cool. And the scabbard and belt. Down to the shape. Right, so the peen, you can make out the hammer marks there. And it's very well executed in my opinion. It folds down right to the tight to the pommel. Just a couple of marks across the pommel itself. I like it. This is my first peen, or peened sword. So I'm not somebody to ask for a frame of reference from. I'm just giving you an idea of what it looks like and whether or not I find it appealing, and I do. Cross. Once again, it's very difficult to actually make out the coloration. You can see it just a touch on the right side there where it goes a little bit gray. That was one of my hints that maybe there's some weld going on there. Now, on each end, on this side here, on one side, it does veer just so slightly to the right by the end. If you can make that out. Do that again. Major, these are handmade blades, so you do see little things like this I hear from time to time. It still looks great to me, but it isn't just there just a bit. Now I'll come in close even. You can see just barely there the secondary bevel that Valiant Armoury puts on their swords. That is indeed a very sharp edge. To the tip there. Let's flip this other side. The fuller itself is perfectly straight. It does have a slight widening in itself right near the end of it, and near its termination. If you can make that out here, just a little bit right there. We just passed it. Let's go to the end of the blade because I did for the other side, and then I'll bring this out here. So there's your fuller, and I guess we've also had a chance to look across the blade itself. You can see it's lenticular. Another question some people have had for me is the back of the scabbard. How's the strap work? So here's your strap. From the belt you can see. So for the straps, how do they go on this? Here's your buckle, it comes through and around. This is actually coming right here around your first piece that led to the buckle, back over, and it's now changed direction, coming back across here. This is it behind the belt now here, the buckle piece. And again, it changes direction back to the first. And this is it now. Coming around. Here's where it would be tucking underneath the original pass from the buckle to the back, and then tucked under twice. So I had a question at least about how the suspension sets up and how it rides on you. The best setup, if you like an angled one, the best setup this is going to give you is to use your highest hole on the top strap. You could punch some more of these right up to it. And of course your lowest one on the bottom. Give you the most angle. And also this, you need to bring these 2 points here together to create a triangle that's going to give you the most angle. The more you spread these apart, see, the more parallel to the ground it's going to start being. Now I think part of the reason why you get this so parallel on a longer sword like this is to prevent it from smacking into the ground. Too much angle on this. I have another belt that I strapped on it just to check, but it creates, it's the ringed type. It's got the large ring with both straps coming from that one point, so you always have a triangle shape, and that one would have this one banging into the ground. So that could be something that's set up with measurements chosen that by default keep you from hitting your sword against the ground as you move around. It could just be by chance. I'm not sure how Valiant Armoury comes up with their position points for the strap. Of course, if I take this and begin to lower it down the belt, I'm going to get a much lower, more parallel carry, and at this point it's not going to make a difference where these straps are on me. And if I were to reverse that and bring this up, well, I'd have a sword that was tilting to the ground. And with this sword, the pommel, the scabbard being what it is, you're not going to get this to sit in here if it's upside down, so you wouldn't want that. While we're on the topic of the scabbard, just show its fit. You can hear that. It does shake down there near the bottom. It's not a super tight fit, and like I was showing in the last part of the video, by weight itself, this will come out. It will fall out. I can feel as it's getting, as the cross is coming right up into the scabbard, meeting at the shoulders here, you can feel it getting a little tighter. So it does feel tight while it's in there, but it's not going to hold on its own. Something I just discovered while trying that out, the shake out, is this. It's not glued on. That's something I didn't know about Valiant Armoury swords. Just press fitted right on. There's the end of the scabbard. And there's my chape. I'll probably glue that on myself, but something to know. That can come right off if you wanted it to. So there you are. My new Valiant Armoury Savoy bastard sword.